Well, hi everyone, good morning. Most days I enjoy reading through one of the Gospels, and what I love reading are the parables of Jesus. Now, a short definition of a parable is an earthly story with a heavenly meaning, and generally the parables that Jesus told have one central point or central meaning. Yesterday I was reading the Gospel of Luke, and in the Gospel of Luke chapter 18 and from verses 1 to 8, Jesus tells a parable known as the persistent widow. This parable is also known as the unjust judge. But the main point of this parable is given in the very first verse of chapter 18, where Luke tells us Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. This parable is about persistent prayer. It's about persisting in prayer in the midst of trouble, even when it seems as if our prayers are going no further than the ceiling. You've been there before, I'm sure. I have many times. The unjust judge in this parable is in stark contrast to God. We read of how a widow wants justice against an adversary, and even though she goes back to the judge many times, the judge keeps denying her justice. But eventually her persistence pays off, and he grants her justice. Now, Jesus in this parable compares the behavior of the ungodly judge to the behavior of God our Father, and says God will always hear our cries, and we should have confidence in him because God will ensure we get justice. Maybe this morning you have a situation where you've been crying out to God and you're wondering whether he's heard you, or whether it's something God is just not interested in. Well, you'd be wrong on both counts. God hears our cries, and God will act on our behalf. And the parable reminds us not to give up asking and praying. And as the Apostle Peter tells us in 1 Peter 3 verse 12, for the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their prayer. Amen. Well, I trust you're going to have a great day. May God bless you, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.